part 3. Oh, God. So, I do a group text. We're having the time of our lives. Kathy's being passive-aggressive and making statements that seem only relative to the note 4 or maybe the group text. I say why. She doesn't really answer the question, and she said, I didn't get it. And I said, what part am I not getting? To be very frank with you, I was like, what part am I not getting? Because we had so much fun. I can't say this a million times. I mean, we had so much fun. At this point, she opens up another group. Okay, so now we're the shitty ones. We're shit. We're big pieces of shit for having fun. Sarah wasn't even there on the group text. I was, and I could still tell you what it all said. We were totally confused. It seems to be that Danielle and her were over this upset about the phone thing, and then when I tried to fix it, I don't know if they got more mad. I don't know what the freaking problem was. But as you can see in her texts, that's what clearly was upsetting her. And what I don't understand is, why would we leave anyone out? Anyone that wanted to join, we posted it. If you want to join, come. We were having fun. We wanted it to continue. It was no big deal. And even members that I've never even talked to were there. So it seemed like a great idea at the time, didn't it? Okay, I get these texts. Those are threatening words to me, Kathy. You don't say to me a passive-aggressive statement. See the messaging? You don't give me a passive-aggressive statement in which I just go, it's okay. I am the type of person who's like, what do you mean by that? What does that mean? What are you talking about? But at that point, I was like, oh, she's upset about me leaving. But then everybody thought they got kicked out. Now, this is going to go on YouTube. It's going to go on Twitter. And it's going to go on Google+. Warning, if you flag me on any of those, I promise you with Professor Doom's help, we will get it reposted again. So, try it. You won't win. I'm sure you're watching this, Kathy, because curiosity kills the cat. You behaved in such a manner as to flip out over something where nobody would have been left out. Not a soul. If they wanted to be there, they could have joined. It was just a way to be more personal. I also want to tell you about another issue. Late at night, sometimes I would be really alone and sad, and I just wanted to talk to my sisters, right? And so I would go in there. Well, you know how our threads are. We start with sewing a shirt and we end up over here in fuckland. So I was just like, sometimes I would get caught up in those messages, and it was just simpler to go into the chat and say, is anybody awake? I've suggested that to Kathy. Maybe we should open up like a forum of video conversations. But okay, so when she first said people would be left out, she meant in the texting thing. So I literally wrote a list of everybody that wanted to do it. And I said, when everybody's ready, we'll do the group text again, but this time we're not going to mess it up. So she was referring to that. Okay? Then we bounced over to the group chat, which she was a part of. Then she leaves the conversation. I get the texts and she's having a complete meltdown. I'm still trying to figure out what has made this person so upset when we're doing nothing but having fun. Simple, right? Wasn't so simple. So Sarah made the group. She was fast about it. I'm glad she was, because I didn't want the girls to feel alone. I didn't want people on the straggling end. I knew a lot of girls were at parties and with their kids and stuff like that, and they'd come back and be like, what happened? So that's why I'm making this video. This is what happened from my perspective. If I got nasty, you would see it in text, wouldn't you? See? Message. People are totally like, what the F happened? If I'm in your group, I'm in their group too because I have friends. Those people don't want to leave that group and come to your group. I don't care. I don't care if there's 20. I don't care if there's 15. I don't care if there's 5. I just don't want people stepping on other people's toes and not allowing you to have fun. Does that seem like rocket science to you? No, it's easy. But then again, I'm the big betrayer of the shutting down of her group. No, that was on her part. She shut that group down. People felt kicked out. Some did get kicked out. They went into the chat. They were like, holy crap, what's going on? They messaged me. They texted me. My phone was blowing up just like it's doing right now. I was like, I'm not the leader in any way, shape, or form. I'm just the comedic relief. I'm having a great time in my life. Timmy's up at the ice road. I got stressed too, lady. You know, I don't want to be here because you guys were passive aggressively making statements about the group chat, which you had an opportunity to talk about in the first fucking statement. First fucking statement. You could have just said, I don't like it. I don't think it's good. I don't want to be a part of it. It sucks. But she was in there too. Kathy, I'm putting this on my regular Facebook. And I'm putting it in the group. And I'm putting it in another group. I'm going to keep on blowing this thing up. Because that's not the fucking truth. That never fucking happened. There was no betrayal. It was literally things just crashed in a moment. And we just wanted to have fun. Even if it insulted her, we were apologizing. Yet that did not stop it. I know that she's exhausted. I know that Kathy's a good person. But I didn't want to be there with the passive-aggressive statement of, I don't like group chat. It's like, God, you just had a moment to talk about it over here and you didn't talk about it. You just talked about honesty and it didn't happen. I've been in the admin. I've been in their group chats. I know how these women run. You don't want to know what kind of names got called. Just saying. I voiced my opinion. They did nothing about it. I said, take me off of admin then. Because I don't have an elitist attitude and I'm not Hitler. Okay? I am not an elitist. I don't get up into power and be like, everything's my way, no way, and if I don't have my way at all, I'm going to melt down on you. I'm not like that. You guys have seen all my videos. When did you ever see me be elitist with you? I've been nothing but upfront with you. I am not competing with Kathy. I'm not going to do it. I'm not ever going to do it, and that's just the way it is. There's no gossip here. We're gossiping now because it's so freaking weird. We're trying to figure out what is going on. We're trying to figure out what happened. Well, we're past that now. Now we're just like, okay, who's in our group? Oh, they're in her group too? Okay. Feel free. I have nothing to hide. I'm giving you my version. There's the text messages. You want the other messages? No, you don't want the other messages. Trust me. Now it's a full-on assault. I'm not going down in Chinatown because I don't roll that way. And if you don't like it, deuces, Kathy. You messaged me, texted me for the first time in my life that I've known you and said those kinds of things to me. I answered you honestly. I'm like, wow. Like, it went to this point? Are you fucking kidding me? No, I'm not going to rejoin your group. I left your group freely. The other group was created because so many women felt betrayed. What do you want me to do? Stop making them feel betrayed. They've been talking to me for months about this betrayal shit. So that was just the topper. It was just like, oh, I'm done with this. We're sisters. We have a lot in common. Now she's being really nice. She's coming at people all gentle-like. You know what, lady? Yesterday, you weren't all gentle-like, man. I tried to leave there and be cool about it and slip out and not be a part of something. And I let Sarah know. I was like, just so you know, I'm not in the group. I told Kayla the same thing. I'm not in the group, just so you know, because we had been talking. And I didn't want him to feel like after the group chat, I just bounced. It was just like, no, it was this comment, you know, and I just don't want to put up with it anymore. I don't need that much stuff. And you said to be honest, and so I was. And in being honest, you've really punished people. And I don't like that mentality. I don't like that behavior, and I'm not going to be a part of it. That's just the way it is. If you don't like it, push the pause button, hit the exit button, report me on YouTube, and guess what? I'm going to win anyway because I'm highly competitive. But I don't play games with people. I don't try to low blow you. But now I'm low blowing you. I mean, you've pushed me now. Then you didn't even know my husband was on there. Then you're talking, oh my God. Why? Why are you so out of control? What is going on in your life that you would think somebody was left out? Maybe you felt left out. I just saying, note 4. Maybe you felt left out. We didn't intentionally leave you out. We didn't intentionally leave anyone out. We even posted it I posted it and said, please list your numbers if you want to be a part of the group text. And I'll put them all in effectively. And then if you want to bounce, you got to figure out on your phone how to bounce because I don't know how to do that yet. Does this all seem like a reason to break up a group? No. I left, though, before all that. So I'm still left, guys. I'm not going to go back over there because I have friends. If you're my friend, then I don't know, kick it with me on my Facebook. Actually, I can kind of see some of you over here. I know you're spying. I don't care. I'll blow you up on my regular Facebook, and I promise you, you'll block me. But I'm not going to get down in here in vagina level, the vagina monologues, when I can be way up here with the frickin' eagles. I won't peck down in the turkeys with you. But I will call you on your crap. That's what you did. That's what I seen and what happened. What you said and did to them, I'll never know. But everybody has shared their experience now. And you know what? It's not cool. But I don't really care how many members we have. I'm not competing with you. I don't care. I am still being invited to the 30,000 group. Not because I'm better than you, because that's my lifestyle. I'm in activist groups. I don't have the time to deal with your flipping out over being tired and a note for and a group chat and leave who out. We would never do that. We were too close to do that. Maybe there's 100 members that have never said anything, but they're all seeming to talk to me. But those are my homies. I'm not giving up sources. I am not giving up their names. I mentioned Charlotte's name. I mentioned Sarah's name. And I mentioned Danielle's name. And I mentioned your name. And your name to me right now is low. Down here. Vagina monologue here. Okay? Be fucking cool. If you want to run a group and it's the most important thing in your life, oh my God. There's only one person that is more important in my life. One. Okay, kids come second. My husband, who is my best friend. By the way, you slipped up in front of him. You sure did. And if you think my husband wasn't going to call me and tell me, you're woo-coo cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. No. Stop it. Knock it off. So now we're over here in another group. Who cares? We're still having fun. We're still having fun. We're still talking, and people are free to do whatever they want to do. If they want to gossip a messenger, be my guest. We're just trying to figure out how to protect ourselves from you. We want what we had. Not because you're the leader of the group. You didn't create that, Kathy. You didn't create that atmosphere. These women did. These women together, banded together, they created that ambiance. When that ambiance left and or the decorum and or the group consciousness, you fucking flipped out. Because what, you weren't in control? Who would be left out? I got all their fucking phone numbers right here, lady. There's nobody being left out. You're fucking stupid if you think that shit. You don't know me. Because I don't leave people out. Ever. I didn't leave the people out in Katrina. I didn't leave people out in my gig here. I don't leave people out in my documentary. I don't leave anybody out in my life. Everybody's free to come. But you notice nobody comes to my house? Why is that? Because you only walk through that door if I respect you. Yeah. So I have hundreds of friends. That doesn't speak about my character. But they accept me for who I am. You don't. You have a problem. You have issues. I think you're off your medicine. I mean, I honestly think that. The way this has been handled is so freaking out of control, immature, neurotic, weird, egotistical. I mean, it's Stalin all over again. I mean, and now you're being nice to everybody, messaging them. Go ahead. Put them back in your group. I could care less. Because the only reason I'm there is because of Sarah, because of all the girls that are in the group. That's why I'm there. Jen, I'll name them all. I mean, you know, I'm there for them. I'm not there for you to coddle you and babysit you and mother you and pamper you. You said to be honest, and I was. There was nothing I said in that group that would justify that. But there was stuff you said that justified me leaving. And that was, dude, this is passive aggressive. This is passive aggressive victim-y stuff. Get off the cross, somebody needs the wood. That's what that came down to. So if you don't like this, Kathy, have fun with this video. Because like my mother said, if you really want to get somebody's attention, write a letter because they can't walk away from it. And you won't walk away from this video. I'm not here to insult you. I'm here to tell you what you did. And I'm not going to let every single woman ask me what happened without making a video and saying, this is what happened. What do I have to lie for? Because I want to be a big leader of a Facebook group? Deuces. I don't need that. Look at my regular Facebook. Do I need a group? I have a lot of groups. The groups I have are activism, government groups, people that are whistleblowers, people that live their lives very honestly and upfront, constitutionally, Bill of Rights. I don't know if you know what those things are, but they're very important, including civil liberties, and I've never talked about that in the group either. I've shared it on videos. You don't like it, just push the pause button and turn it off. You don't have to watch it. It's a free forum. I have the right to speak freely. I have the right to protest peaceably, and I have the right to tell you how I feel about you. And you know what? I put up with your crap yesterday, so why don't you put up with a little bit of mine? You don't like what I'm saying? Does it expose you? What did we have to gain from all this? Who's gaining what? What you said in text, you're so freaking wrong, it's sickening. That's not what happened, and you know it. You and I know it. Now you have to go and look in the mirror and deal with that. For you to put your marriage in there, I don't even know what to say to you. Because little did you know, while you were messing up, Timmy heard everything you said. You might have blocked me. I blocked you back. Because I don't want to hear your crap. I don't want to hear the drama. I'm abandoning, I'm disbanding, I'm banding, I'm disbanding, I'm banding, I'm closed, I'm secret. All we're doing over there is trying to have fun. Fun is great for me. I love fun. Fun takes me out of the pressure of Timmy. Fun makes me deal with my sickness that I now have to deal with on the 6th of May. Fun means happiness. It means freedom. It means laughter, which, by the way, you need some of those chemicals of laughter. That might help you think a little bit better. But don't mess with me or the people that I care about. And the people I care about are the women that I built relationships with. And I'm sorry they came over to my group and they're in your group too. And if they want to spy and say things and all that, I've got nothing to hide, Kathy. Nothing. Ask me, I'll send you every message I've sent. What a bitch. What a whore. That's what we call it in the ghetto. What a whore. You ain't got nothing to say? And all you have to say is stuff that's not true? This was all over infiltration of your group that you should have been in control of. If you really want me to spin it your way. Now I'm mad about it. Hell yeah, I'm mad about it. All night I'm up till 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. There's 3 girls trying to keep communications open for people who did not understand what was going on. And then you probably sent girls in there to find out information. What information do you want? We're trucker wives. We're honest. Some girls are shy, some girls aren't. Some feel, out of the group. Some people feel in the group. But you know what the truth is? We were all tight. Maybe not you. I'll blow you on blast every day, all day long, 24/7, sister. Because I come from that place. But I'm trying to be cool with you. I am trying to be cool with you. What is said to girls that are in your group and my group is, if it doesn't cause conflict for you, not a problem. Because we're not hiding anything over there. We're talking freely about it. There's no shutdown, government shutdown from Kathy Hochul. It's like, no shutdown. Nobody took over your group. You're still in your group. You made a new group. We made a group over there for all the leftovers that fell off the side. You went from 390 group members. Whatever. Who cares? Who cares? I'm sorry I'm sorry you're under stress. Honey, you don't know stress. Come over here to Cindyland. I'll show you some stress. But that's not the point. You're not going to take me down to your level in Turkey Land. I'm soaring with the Eagles, baby. All day, every day, 24 hours a week. Google Plus, Twitter, all this is going on blast. And you know why it's going on blast? Because it wasn't fair to other people who did not know what was going on and trying to retrace the steps and trying to figure out what's going on and their loyalties. How horrible was that to make people choose? How horrible was that? Shame on you. And I will not stand for it, and you will not shove me around. At the end of the day, I guarantee you'll sneak on my Facebook. At the end of the day, you're going to have to lower your self-worth. Not me, Liz. No. And I'm not a betrayer. And I'm not a traitor, and I'm not a mutiny. I left because I wanted to. I left because I have freedom of choice and freedom of speech. And if you ever try to take one of those from me, we're going to have a serious problem. Just like when truck drivers spit on me because I was protecting pigs. Don't go there with me, girlfriend. I will show you every day, all day long, what strength is. And I don't think you got it in you. I betrayed you as a friend. You've never texted me or called me. So we are not that close. We're friends in a trucker group. Okay? So let's set the freaking line right here in the sand. Let it go. Let it go. They have enough to worry about. They don't need you with the thing and the talking, the victim and the, secret messages. Shut up. Shut up now. It's over. It's over. Let it go. I'm not going to spy on you. I'm not going to sneak, but I'm going to keep an eye on you. You know why I'm going to keep an eye on you? Because now I don't trust you. You know why I don't trust you? Is because you freaked out. And you know why you freaked out? Because the shit in your life had nothing to do with the price of tea in China. This one's going to be longer than 20 minutes. So you're going to get 3 parts of your text messages since you felt so free as to text me. Don't you ever text me and throw down the frickin' ball and chain. Because you know what I'll do? I'll make you eat the ball and chain. You are tripping balls. I'm not tripping. I am a happy little camper with my trucker wives over there. They happen to be some pretty cool chicks. I'm getting to know them. There's a lot of people you kicked out too and left. I'm finding a lot out. But if you put your infiltrators in there, feel free because I got nothing to hide. Do you? So I'm going to post this in the group that I'm attached to. Actually, I'm the comedic relief. I'm not the leader. Though I do have an opinion. You knew I was opinionated. The other lady, when I left the 20,000 group, she got pissed off too. I'm not your little doll. You don't dangle me and manipulate me and throw me around. Not happening. I'm not going to be pushed around by you, and I'm not going to be shoved. And you got something to say, say it. Be a woman and say it. Say it. Loud and proud. But you can't do that, man. You're tripping. Mm-mm. You're not coming from the honesty tank. You're coming from another tank. And that is all apparent now. And you know what? All you had to do was say sorry. Make sure everyone's included. I'll put it in events. Isn't that sad? That's really sad. There's a lot of girls that are sad. We built a bond. But this is the way it's going to roll. Like I said, I don't care if we have 2 members, 5 members, 20 members. I think Timmy has more in his group than we do. So you know what I have to say to you? Stop. Just stop. You're tripping. You're being crazy. You'll watch this. I'm sure you will. I'll make sure you get it. You know why? Because I don't like to play in the pond of lies. I like to play in the pond of honesty. We talked about that, didn't we? Did we set a line there in the sand? Ooh, honesty? What happened? You couldn't message me and say, you know what, Cindy, man, that this makes me feel really insecure. Like, I don't like this. This is scary to me. And I would have sat in a forum with you and talked about it. I think you're actually quite scared of me. A lot of people are. They always admit it later. I'm scared of you. You're crazy. You know why I'm crazy? Because I put up with people like you all my life. And I know dishonesty when I see it. And I also know when you're not being straight up. And I also know when you're being passive aggressive. Don't mess with me. I have a degree. It makes me really, really freaking smart sometimes. And sometimes I'm a smart ass. But I'll admit that. Will you admit it? Will you say sorry to all those girls, except for your little crew you got going on? Will you say sorry to them and say, I'm sorry? Things got a little wacky yesterday. No name calling. No throwing people under the bus. I'm throwing you under the bus right now on video. It's called history. Go back and look at it. Watch it again. You pissed me off. You crossed the line. And don't ever text my phone. You text my phone, you're in for a war. That is not the best form of communication. And I think you need to go back to college. Think you need to go to school and get some education. Think you need to be smart and use that brain of yours. But now it got all kinds of shitty, didn't it? Put this on your group. I hope they hear me. They've always heard me. If they don't like me, they don't have to. We're not in high school. This isn't college and we're in a sorority. This is stupid. And so I'm calling you stupid. That's what I'm calling you. You're stupid, and you don't know what you're doing, and you are rude, and you are mean, and you are accusatory. And if you ever do that in my text again, I guarantee you, you'll feel the flame of that all the way up to your head, coming through the So let's stop doing vagina monologues, and let's do some real talk. And I'm sure I'll hear nothing about this, except for the other group members that seen it. Just saying. Just saying. Chill out.